everybody, it's Calxiyn here. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to become patrons over on Patreon or join our Discord server. So, a lot of people actually found this episode underwhelming, but I really liked it, so...
I'm one of those people that found
Really?
it
I didn't have that much of a problem with that.
I mean, it wasn't a bad episode, or it wasn't bad, it just wasn't quite as good as the other ones. Which
well, I think that happens, right? The
occurs,
first episode is supposed to be the one that drags you in, right? I don't expect the same quality from a beginning episode that I do... Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
I guess so, but this is also the 4th episode. There's been 2 others.
Yeah, but there's only going to be 12 or whatever, right? So we do have a limited episode run, so to speak, right? And these are very short. And so we're basically a quarter way through, so I don't expect necessarily the same. And plus, I think that it was just sort of a fun little thing, right? Like, it didn't take itself so seriously. Yeah, it was literally a sideshow, right? And so I think that that's... part of it. But yeah, I mean, anybody can think, like, whatever they want about it. I'm not gonna argue with people. Like, at the end of the day, like, I just really am enjoying the show, and I feel like, for me, that's really something that's important, I guess. Like, instead of being very concerned about quality, necessarily. You know what I mean? I'm also trying to get up here. It's not going well. But, like, what did you think of the episode, though? Like, did you...
I guess, I mean, I realized
this
is the first one since, like, the first episode that we see Scout and
Toph, yeah.
And then also with the Nomad.
Somebody told me that they did confirm that Scout has a thing for Toph.
Oh, yeah, no,
on
it's
a
obvious.
podcast thing. Like, it's so obvious that it hurts.
You see more of that they have, like, their mutual little love-in together. Like,
they're loving together? What do you mean?
I mean, loving, I don't know. It's like Toph's all protective and shit. And
yeah, don't you dare, like, all of that, right?
And Steph's blushing, it's so cute.
I like the sideshow characters, and I like that it's obvious that, like, they establish sort of a, I don't want to say a steady world building, because that doesn't necessarily sound like what I mean to say, but I think you understand, right? Like, they're doing a very, like, opening up the world very slowly.
Yes, they're adding new information. You sort of see that one guy kind of has similar sort of skin tone to Toph.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, because I don't remember the name of the group anymore, but, like, we found out there's some sort of different, like, race or different,
or, like, nationality of some
nationality or something of people, and I think that's just kind of interesting, because you can really tell that they, like, because they're almost, I don't want to say, like, elves, because I think that what we sort of expect from elves is, like, really pale woodland and whatever, but, like, they have the pointy ears, like, kind of, I think they all have the same eye color.
Wait, they have pointy ears?
I think they have pointed ears. Maybe pointy isn't necessarily the right word. I'm trying to get right there.
Because, like, there was the one day, or, like, that one dandy was like, come on, you're making us look bad.
Yeah.
That was kind of great that, like, Toph was the Omarosa of...
What do you mean?
Like the one, Toph is to that race is like Omarosa is to black people, where they're just like, we don't like to talk about Omarosa.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
She was like she was in the Trump cabinet, and then before that was like a reality TV show person.
Oh boy.
And a lot of black people were like, I'm not claiming that
like,
one.
Yeah, I feel
it's like how you as a gay person don't want to claim the person who did Fred.
Yeah. Wait, Fred, the guy that did Fred is gay?
Yeah, because we were watching a video about those movies, and he was like, so I'm gay, and you were like, I'm not claiming him. Like, that's a similar sort anyways.
Oh boy, there's supposed to be something here, but I can't find it. But focusing more on the show, obviously.
I don't know, it's weird. I didn't realize that. I kind of liked them, that they were sort of separate. Toph, Scout, and then...
Toph, Scout, and then...
So bringing them together, like, I thought it would be a bigger deal, but it was just kind of like, whatever. They sort of showed up, it went to shit.
Yeah, I agree. I know what you mean.
I still really dig the Old West aesthetic, but it's also just like, man, there's like people running around like, we're having a gay old time, we're making a lot of money, and then like right next door it's the people who are just withering away in poverty.
Yeah.
Which I suppose is, you know,
I mean, like
current society,
I don't know a lot about the Wild West, because I feel like I was watching something, and a lot of Americans seem to be, like, raised on Westerns. Like, obviously this isn't appropriate now, but cowboys and Indians, stuff like that.
Maybe
but, like, we don't have a West in Canada.
We don't. Well, we do.
I mean, we
but
don't
it's
have
Vancouver,
a Wild West.
It's
you know
Vancouver,
what I mean?
which is pot, or maybe Alberta, which is cowboys.
But you
Kind of.
understand what I'm trying
Canadian
to say?
cowboys.
Like we don't have
cowboy.
a Wild West
We don't
sort
have
of
that
area.
same like frontier mentality.
Exactly.
Or at least to the same degree.
And so
That's
I just think
right.
that's I don't mean to say like that's
Like, you don't know
interesting,
shit
but
crap?
like it's sort of there's like this is my first Western themed thing that
Really?
I've watched ever. Yeah.
Never watched.
I can't think of
there's like a
anything
lot
else.
of like really good Western like,
Anime?
that were based off of.
Yeah,
like,
and so
Cowboy
I don't know
Bebop
anything
and-
about
yeah.
like because I know like some stuff like obviously you have the idea of
Cowboys and Indians.
yeah, and then you kind of also have like oh there's a sideshow, circuses, like all that stuff speaks like Wild West to me, like you know an oasis in the middle of a desert sort of stuff, like all that, right? So silver parsnip, okay, yeah, and so like it's all
Like
it's
a
all that,
carrot's
right?
rich, sophisticated cousin.
Yeah.
That is also silver.
Anyway, but you know what I mean? Like, this is my first sort of, like, exposure to something vaguely Western, and so I don't know if I'm necessarily doing myself justice, but it is still a kid show, it's still for fun, I'm just enjoying it, you know, I'm glad that things are gay, like, what else, what more can I ask for, honestly?
I feel
Like, I'm completely serious,
in the,
you know,
in
what
the,
more?
Like, kid to adult range, I feel like this is a little, this show skews a little more adult than like Ruby did near the beginning.
Yeah, I feel like it's
But
in
not
between
nearly-
Camp and still,
Yeah.
like, in between Ruby, if
Like
that
Camp
makes
Camp
sense.
and RVB, which were a lot more adult oriented.
Yeah, exactly. Because Camp is obviously, like, you know, far on that end. And so I am really enjoying this show because it does have a little more adultness than Ruby did at the beginning. You're right. But at the same time,
I think it
you know.
also has more of a consistent tone than Ruby.
Yeah, I agree with that
Like,
too.
'cause I
Like you
wasn't
can tell
crazy
they've
about-
gotten better. Like that's the thing, right? Like
They take their
it's-
shit a little more serious now.
it's not even that. It's
This
just
is
like
an amateur hour anymore.
as a company, they've just grown so much, and I think they've grown a lot as writers as well.
we can hire people
to an
now.
extent. Yeah, I mean, obviously, right? And I never hated the writing in Ruby before, but you can just tell that there is a lot of improvement, and I think that that's fine. Like, I think that's good, you know? I think that's a good thing, if
Yeah,
anything.
It has a consistent tone, and even if like I was crazy about the episode still exists in that really sort of solid tone that they've developed.
Yeah,
Like
I
not
agree
only
with
in
that.
the setting, but also I just like the humor and the character.
Yeah, and I think that Toph and... I don't want to say they're relatable,
I'm also
but-
glad that Toph that they kind of brought the gay in a bit more.
Yeah,
Because before
well-
they were like, let's pull back a little. Because that first episode, it swung, baby. It swung.
Yeah, I agree with that, because I don't know what they're trying to do exactly. Like, I don't know if they want to make this their first show with two gay characters. Like, I'm not, like, two main protagonist gay characters. And then...
They're like, we learned from Ruby, alright? Just stop
like,
making fun of us.
I don't want to say pandering, because I don't think that's what it is, and pandering also has, like, a very negative
Well, sometimes
connotation.
pandering's good. Sometimes you realize, like, oh, fuck, people want to see this. Let's show them that.
Oh, dear.
But there's pandering, and then there's up. Did we shit the bed here?
Maybe. Alright. Well, I'm afraid to close because we may lose our recording, so we'll just keep it on this screen for the next minute or so.
Oh,
We're
God.
almost done anyway.
We're really good at this.
Yeah. Well, now the error message is gone. What
Oh,
the
no!
hell? Okay. Everybody, calm
do you
down.
Do you want to just, like, pause quickly?
No. We're basically finished off anyway. But yeah, I liked all the circus characters. I liked Toph and Scout's interactions, and like we're getting info about the Nomad's magic without it being force fed. So every
Yeah.
time he claps,
Yeah.
something happens, whether he wants it to or not. And it seems like the closest object to him gets turned, whether he has any choice in the matter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also just I don't know. I
Or
like
maybe
the world
whatever
building,
he's
that's all.
focusing on, because that one lady's
Had
like
the popcorn, but why is he hungry? Like
Maybe our boy's hungry.
Maybe.
Maybe he was running around like itching. The...
Okay, here's the other thing. After he set the lizard free,
Mhm.
he didn't glow again. Because every time he did something good before, he used to glow, right? And so I don't know if that doesn't apply to animals.
I didn't know that. I didn't
humans.
realize that that's what the.
I mean, it seems like that's what it was. That's what I'm trying to
So
say.
I read a book recently, and it's called Gives Light, and it's okay. It was done by the woman who did that terrible My Immortal fanfiction, maybe,
Okay.
possibly. and it has a deaf character, or
a
mute character.
Yeah.
And so the character doesn't speak, and they don't do it that well because just people around him can magically understand him.
Really?
Like, oh, I guess like not like actual like he's using magic, but just for whatever like.
Yeah.
Because the plot demanded it. They can, and with this, it's just like
Get
no
a piece
people.
Of paper, bitch. Like,
people don't know what he's.
Wants
what
he's saying.
What he wants, what he's doing, but they're still able
like,
to
there's
communicate.
a lot of expression in his eyes.
Yes, they're still able to communicate.
We as an
stuff
audience
very
can sort of
well,
understand, and I think that's interesting.
They did a good job.
Anyways, if you guys
The
enjoyed
gang
this
fell
video,
over
remember
here.
to join our Discord server, become patrons over on Patreon. Sorry for the game crashing. I don't know why it is. I'm having some problems with, like, space on my computer, so maybe I just need to clear stuff out so it'll let me,
So
live my life.
how many, like, gigabytes do you think is dedicated to The Sims on your computer?
I don't want to answer that question.
Okay.
But I'm not deleting my Sims game. But this is in my D drive, so it's actually the 2 terabytes that I filled up.
Wow.
Which is a bit
That's a
problematic.
lot
I just
of
gotta
shit.
go delete stuff. But anyway, I hope, again, you guys enjoyed, and we will see you later. Bye!